Hello,
Okay.
good evening to all the viewers. I'm Pratikshya Paudel, host of this program named Swopnil Creative Talk. Today we have invited poet N.K. Rama Rao as our guest for the interview. Poet N.K. Rama Rao is a president of this Writers Association Nalgoda. He is also a freelancer and independent thinker and a member of Hindi Poets Association. The most appreciable quality in Rao's poetry is his honest absence of obscurity. Poet Rao's poems collection are very promising that captures a wide range of human society. However, the central idea of his poetry lies in development of humanism. Beside this, his poems capture the social conscience of human sociology. Mr. Rao also covers a wide range of cultural life in his poem. Finally, poet N.K. Rama Rao states that this organization believes in principle of second dimension of truth as a person of poets as they are people with aesthetic sense who looks at the truth as a perfect beauty of the whole. We are very happy, Mr. Rao, you are here. Warm welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I'm interested.
How are you?
I'm interested in any linguistic problem, Hindi, English, or anything. I'm a poet. I'm by profession advocate.
So, how are you, Mr. Rao?
I'm well. I'm quite well. I'm
Okay,
quite
let
well.
me start. Okay, let me start by asking you that how did you get inspired to dive in the ocean of poetry?
Pardon? I take poetry as my interesting subject. I'm a freelancer. Whichever the subject I took, I'll write on paper, then I'll express outside also.
So, you are also the president of this Writers Association. Can you tell us something more about this organization in detail?
No, I have published a book as a field, which I'll be sending later on online. I have chosen several jobs, several lives of the persons, and I mentioned in my poems. Followed? Out. Hello?
Hello, sir.
Tell me, are you following me?
Yes, sir.
You are following.
Yeah. So, you are also the president of this Writer Association. Can you tell us something more about this organization in detail?
Of course, sir. Actually, to move with the poets and to read the books, and I appreciate any person which has come from the heart of the poet, and you should impress the readers also. Any poem which impresses the viewer or fans or readers, which is a good poem. What do you say?
Yes, sir.
Take any text, but it must be impressing others. Am I correct?
Exactly.
Okay, then whatever whatever the part you see in the word or in the life, you put it on paper, then you feel it, then you involve it, then you try to share with others. Okay? Actually the vocabulary is also important. It must reach the heart of the reader. Simply by using hard words, hard sentences, which has to be referred in the dictionary, is not useful to the common reader, and one should not entertain, or you cannot understand what you have written, what is your opinion. Therefore, as much as use simple words in simple language, so that you should reach others' mind, others' observations also. You take any big writers, Wordsworth, William Shakespeare, and W. Longfellow. They have used very simple words in sweet sense. So why should you use bombastic words? Then what is the use of it? It is only useful to the scholars. It is just like keeping the ornaments in the locker. What do you say?
Exactly, sir.
Hmm. So whatever thing you feel, you write it in a peace of mind, self-confidence, willpower. Willpower is very important. Self-confidence is also very important to write any text, and it should be reachable to the common reader also. As you are in public, the public must admire and appreciate your writings. Then only the purpose of writing will be fulfilled. Is it not?
Yes.
See, we have traveled about 79 years in the life path, so we have got many experiences. So with that experience, we can write anything. But as youngsters, it is very difficult to understand the society, and you are the one of the being of society. So you have to admire, you have to inspire, you have to know, and these all things are there in your writings.
Okay.
Am I correct?
Exactly, sir. Okay, as a literary activist, how do you see the futures of writers in India? Are every writers being treated equally, or is the system of nepotism increasing in the India Literary Society at the time of choosing best writers in any literary awards?
See, in our India, we have got very big culture, ancient cultures, ancient heritage. So, basing on it, we can write much of poetry, and getting awards and rewards is immaterial. But one should appreciate by one and all, the viewers and readers. Then only the purpose of reading will be fulfilled. Is it not?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
As I mentioned earlier, while giving your introduction to our viewers, that you are a poet who mostly composes poems basing development of humanism. Can you please read your poems that are based on this theme to our viewers?
Generally, I'll compose the poems as per my when thoughts, creative ideas comes in my mind. Whatever be the subject, then I will compose. I will show my one of my any linguistic friend. If he says okay, then I will send to others.
Sir, will you recite your one of the poem?
You want to read one of the poem which I have composed. You want to hear one poem? What do you say?
Yeah, your one of the composed poem.
Acha, I will read one my poem. Just one thing. Shall I read my poem?
Yes, sir.
Recording is problem.
No, sir. You can start.
Who has poured sweetness in the fruit? Who has spread the fragrance in the flower? Who filled food with the power of life? Who has awakened wisdom in the human being? From whom has Kaku has got the melodious stone? Who has given the speech to the human beings? Who has given the wealth in smiles of infants? Who has given glow in the shimmering stars? Who has made pathways to the rivers? Who controls and feeds the teeming millions on our planet? To him I salute.
Thank you, sir.
Acha, one more also very simple, very little poem. I'll show you. I will write you. Then, whether you want a political or non-political or a religious, whichever you want.
Non-political.
You want life on student life, doctor.
Yes, sir.
Acha, doctors.
Okay.
Life savior, if he is sincere to God for humankind. This is very simple poem. Then student, a ray of hope to the parents. If he is sincere to his studies, if he indulges in politics, his careers will be on roads.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's okay now. You want this book I have published in 2004. This is as I feel. These are some of the poems. And I already sent online to you. So if you want again, I will send online.
Okay, sir.
So I'm very
okay.
glad that I have got it. I'm glad to see you online. I'm very happy to share with you all your feelings.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
God bless you. God bless you. Improve your career. You must be proud daughter of your parents.
Okay, sir. Let us carry the question. What is it needed for anyone to be a good poet besides knowledge of enormous vocabulary and continuous flow of emotions in your views?
Beg pardon?
What is it needed for anyone? Sir, sorry, sir.
Huh?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
What do you say?
What is it needed for anyone to be a good poet beside knowledge of enormous vocabulary and continuous flow of emotions in your view?
No. I'm not clear about your question.
Okay, let me react. What is it needed for anyone to be a good poet besides knowledge of enormous vocabulary and continuous flow of emotions in your view?
Achar, there is no question of need of any poetry. It is my habit. As you respirate yourself, as you eat, as you digest, then only I read the books and digest myself and I write. Because it's not for any recognition, for any self-motive or for any rewards or ever. It is my satisfaction. I will write poems. It is writing poetry is a boon. It is an art. It is a divine art given by the God. So, better to inspire yourself and enrich yourself, then trust in God, then you will have this art of writing.
Okay. What are your other interests as well as further plans in the field of literature, besides composing poems and engaging yourself in literary activism?
No, composing poems are very nice by you. Sometimes I've seen your poems. And still some more simple words must be used because the children also must know. The kids also of some standard. You can write poems for scholars as well as common man as well as children also. You have to divide your poetry, kids, young men, and old age people and the scholars. Okay? and it must be
Okay.
useful to the society. For writing poems for any reward, for any competition is different. And writing poems from for our self-satisfaction is different. For to gain any sympathy is different. So as long as you feel yourself, your writings are when much touched your heart, then expose yourself.
Okay. Okay, sir. Dear audience, it's again time to listen to the second poem of our guest poet. Sir, we are eager to listen your second poem in this program. Will you recite your another poem?
You want to recite another poem?
Your poem. Will you recite, please?
Uh, shall I recite another poem?
Yeah, sir.
Uh, yes, tell me, shall I recite another poem or you want to close with the interview?
Sir, we want to listen your another poem.
I will recite one poem on reading. Would you like to
Okay,
have?
sir.
A good book keep away the crook. Reading a book a day keeps oneself a knowledge gay. Waste not time. Reading the book is fine. Search for a good book which uplifts the soul and leads to a correct goal. Tear not and still not. The books are treasures for generations. So cultivate the habit of reading, both your bright career building. A good book is the hand is equal to a good friend, which derives loneliness away, gives happiness.
Thank you, sir. It was so inspiring poem.
Thank you very much. I would like to share with your voice whenever you write it. Please send to me.
Okay, sir, sure.
Thank you.
So this question is related to youth. Sorry, sir.
Much pleasure I shared with you.
Thank you, sir. So this question is related to youth. What kinds of poetry, for example, be it political, philosophical, ecological, human rights-based literature, or any literary writings are liked by modern youths in your experience? Do culture, national politics, and other surroundings their experience of play a role of define their interest towards literary society, literary readings?
See, in society there are so many persons, philosophers, students, and businessmen, and so on. And you cannot please anybody. So whichever the text you take, that must be please some person, some class of persons. Even though you are correct in your path, they may not admire, they may not appreciate our writing because he may not like poetry, or he may not like literature. So it is unused to express our idea before that non-tasty persons. So therefore, whichever linguistic persons, we can improve our knowledge, we can improve our skill, we can impress them, and it is the way of writing can be improved by sharing views with others.
It is fact that literary writers can't stand alone in the absence of proper flow of their ideas easily in the mind and hearts of their readers. So, do you find any gap in between literary writers and readers? Is there intellectual or any kinds of gap between them, between literary writers and readers?
See, choosing subject is not important. how much you can involve, how can digest subject is important. How can impress the writer is important. How can express your views is important. The words which have been used must touch the heart of the reader. Then only it will read, and the entire your ideas will enter into the brain of the reader. Then he can appreciate, or he can criticize also of your writings.
Okay. Okay, we are at the end of this program. We are very honored, sir, you are here. Thank you so much for giving your precious time for us for this program. At the end of this
Thank
program,
you.
I would like to thank poet and philosopher Rajendra Ojha for arranging this interview session. Also, I would like to thank all the viewers who are watching us. Keep loving, keep supporting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing with you all. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.